What if the next billion crypto users don't come from a new exchange or a killer app, but from a messenger they already use every single day? You'll want to understand the three-step framework for approaching Telegram's crypto, Toncoin, because the final piece of the puzzle reframes this entire space. It's not what you think. So, take a moment and we'll walk through it together. First, you have to understand the origin story because it's everything. Back in 2018, Telegram, led by the enigmatic Pavel Durov, raised $1.7 billion to build the Telegram Open Network, or TON, with a native token called Gram. The vision was simple: put a cryptocurrency in the hands of their hundreds of millions of users. Make it as easy to send money as it is to send an emoji. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, had other plans. They sued Telegram, arguing that grams were unregistered securities. After a long legal battle, Durov and the Telegram team were forced to shut down the project in 2020. They paid back investors and walked away. End of story, right? Not even close. The code they built was open source. A group of independent developers, inspired by the original vision, picked up the abandoned technology. They rebranded it from the Telegram Open Network to the Open Network, keeping the acronym TON. This wasn't a corporate project anymore. It became a decentralized, community-driven movement. And in 2021, Pavel Durov gave this new community his public endorsement. This context is crucial. It's a project born from one of the world's largest social apps, forged in a fight with regulators, and now run by its own community. With that history in mind, here's the first thing I would do. This is the easy win. I call it the tourist phase. Forget exchanges for a moment. Forget charts. The first step is to experience Toncoin the way it was intended, socially. Inside your Telegram app, you can add a wallet called simply Wallet. It's a bot that seamlessly integrates into your chat interface. The setup takes less than 2 minutes. There are no seed phrases to write down immediately, no complicated software to install. It just appears. And this is where the magic happens. You buy a small amount of Toncoin, maybe just $20 worth, directly in the app. Then you open a chat with a friend who also has it. You tap the paperclip icon, hit wallet, type in $5, and send. 3 seconds later, they get a notification. They just received crypto. There was no wallet address to copy and paste, no QR code to scan. You just sent money to a contact name. Think about what that little experience means. The biggest barrier to crypto adoption has always been friction. Wallets are confusing. Addresses are scary. Gas fees are unpredictable. Toncoin, within the Telegram ecosystem, removes almost all of that. It feels less like a financial transaction and more like a social interaction. My friend Alex, who thinks Bitcoin is just for nerds, set this up in about 90 seconds. I sent him 10 Toncoin. His response wasn't about the technology. It was just, whoa, that was easy. That's the entire point. That feeling of ease is the foundation. So before you do anything else, become a tourist. Spend an hour, send a few dollars back and forth. Feel how simple it is. It's the confidence builder. Okay, so that's a great starting point. But sending $5 to a friend isn't an investment strategy. It's just the front door. Now here's where it gets interesting. This next phase is what I call the explorer phase. This is where you move beyond simple payments and start to interact with the actual economy being built onto. See, the Open Network is a full-fledged Layer 1 blockchain like Ethereum or Solana. That means it has its own ecosystem of decentralized applications, or dApps. And these aren't just clones of things you see elsewhere. They are built to feel native inside Telegram. For example, you can explore a decentralized exchange like STON.fi. You can access it through a mini app right inside your messenger. You're not opening Chrome. You're not connecting a clunky browser extension. You stay inside the app you already trust. Here, you can swap Toncoin for other tokens in the ecosystem, or you can provide liquidity to earn a portion of the trading fees. This requires more thought. You have to understand concepts like impermanent loss and risk, but it shows you the depth of the system. The proof that this isn't just a toy is in the numbers. In early 2024, the total value locked, or TVL, in 2N's DeFi ecosystem was hovering around $20 million. By the middle of the year, it had exploded past $600 million. That's a 30-fold increase in capital in just a few months. That's not retail tourists. That's serious money recognizing that something real is being built here. You could look into NFT marketplaces like GetGems or lending platforms. The point of the Explorer phase isn't to ape into random tokens. It's to understand the breadth of the financial plumbing being laid down. You're moving from a simple user to a participant in a new economy. You start to see the potential beyond just payments. If this is clicking for you, a quick subscribe helps me keep making these deep dives. I've got so much more to share, and the most important part is right after this. All right, this is the one. This is the payoff. Remember how I said the final piece of the puzzle reframes everything? Here it is. The first two phases, being a tourist and an explorer, are about understanding what TOE is. This final phase is about understanding what it will be. I call it the native phase. And the core idea is this. The long-term value of Toncoin isn't about competing with Ethereum on transaction speed or with Bitcoin as a store value. The ultimate play is that TON is the native currency of a digital nation of 900 million people. Let that sink in. The real innovation isn't just the blockchain. It's the distribution model. It's the Telegram mini apps platform. This allows any developer to build lightweight applications that run directly inside Telegram. They don't need to be downloaded from an app store. They can go viral instantly across a network of 900 million users. And Toncoin is the rails for value transfer inside all of them. We already saw the proof of concept for this, and it was explosive. It was a simple clicker game called Notcoin. Users just tapped a coin on their screen to earn a virtual currency. Sounds silly, but it was built as a mini app. It was fun, social, and spread like wildfire through Telegram groups and channels. The result was 35 million people played it. For a huge portion of them, it was their first ever interaction with a crypto-related asset. When Notcoin eventually launched its real token, millions of regular people instantly had a crypto wallet with assets in it. They didn't have to learn about private keys or exchanges first. They learned by playing a game. This is the strategy. This is the alpha. Forget trying to find the next 100x DeFi token. The real opportunity is to think like a citizen of this new digital nation. What services, games, and tools will thrive when they can be distributed to nearly 1 billion people with a single click with a built-in frictionless payment system? The new viral hit, Hamster Combat, onboarded over 100 million users in under 2 months using the same playbook. These aren't just one-off successes. They are a template. The native phase is about shifting your focus from the technology to the distribution. It's about recognizing that Tone's killer feature isn't its transactions per second. It's the 900 million users it can reach friction-free. Once you see Tone not as a blockchain, but as the sovereign economy for the nation-state of Telegram, the entire picture changes. So there you have it. The tourist, the explorer, and the native. Start by feeling how easy it is to use. Then, explore the economic plumbing being built. And finally, grasp that the real tectonic shift is its integration as the money for a massive global social network. That last part alone could completely redefine how we think about crypto adoption. It's not about pulling people into a new, complicated world. It's about bringing the value directly into the world they already inhabit. If you got value from this, like the video and share it with someone who's curious about what comes next. And make sure you're subscribed. The world of digital economies is just getting started.